Did you know that Arizona is home to a massive 3.14-acre world under glass? Or that there is a giant well filled with carbonated water? How about the fact that the state has a chocolate waterfall? Well, Arizona is filled with crazy facts like this, and we're about to reel off 25 of them. While some seem too bizarre to be true, trust us, they are 100% real. Fact 25. Largest ponderosa forest. Here's something that'll blow your mind about Arizona. Forget everything you think you know about it being all desert and cacti. The mountains around Flagstaff are home to the largest contiguous ponderosa pine forest on the entire planet. But it gets even crazier. Over a quarter of Arizona's land is actually covered by forests. That's 19 million acres of trees. These aren't just random shrubs either. This is 37 different species of coniferous and hardwood trees. It's absolutely wild that a state famous for its deserts is actually more than 27% forest. Fact 24. Swirling sandstone. White Pocket, located in Arizona's Vermilion Cliffs, is one of nature's most striking formations. Over millions of years, ancient sand dunes were compressed and twisted into incredible patterns of red, white, and gray. The result looks like giant waves of stone frozen in time. However, getting there is no easy task. There are only rough four-wheel drive trails and paved roads, which keeps most people away. But for adventurous photographers willing to make the journey, White Pocket offers some of the most stunning and surreal shots you'll find anywhere. Fact 23. Deep lava tubes. Beneath the forest near Flagstaff lies one of Arizona's coolest hidden secrets, literally. The Lava River Cave is a massive underground tunnel that stretches for nearly a mile. Carved out by molten lava flows around 700,000 years ago. When that ancient volcanic flow finally drained away, it left behind this natural subway system through solid rock. The cave maintains temperatures between 35 to 45 Fahrenheit year-round, and even on 90 summer days, temperatures inside can still measure as low as 35. Because the lava rock is an excellent insulator, dense and dark enough to prevent the sun's heat from traveling through the earth into the cave. Fact 22. Montezuma Well. Imagine a huge limestone sinkhole in Arizona's high desert, 368 feet across and filled with some of the strangest water on earth. The water here is carbonated, loaded with arsenic, and teeming with thousands of free-swimming leeches. Not exactly a relaxing swim, right? For years, Native American legends claimed this mysterious well was bottomless. But when brave divers finally explored it, they discovered something even stranger. About 65 feet down, they found the sandy floor boiling beneath them from underground springs. It's like nature created its own haunted hot tub, complete with blood-sucking leeches and toxic, fizzy water. Fact 21. Chocolate waterfall. From fizzy leech water to chocolate milk. Well, sort of. Hidden near Lup on the Navajo Nation is one of Arizona's best-kept secrets. Grand Falls. This impressive waterfall drops 185 feet into the Little Colorado River, making it taller than Niagara Falls. But here's the twist. Most of the year you won't see any water at all. Grand Falls only comes to life after heavy rains or snow melts send runoff rushing through the desert. When it does flow, it's something pretty neat. The water picks up orange-brown sediment as it tumbles down the rocky ledges, creating what looks like a giant river of chocolate milk pouring from the sky. Hence the nickname Chocolate Falls. Fact 20. Desert sinkhole. Let us introduce you to Cedar Pocket, Arizona's geological oddity that defies nature's rules. So, what's so special about this place? But Cedar Pocket threw that rule out the window and popped up right in the middle of Arizona's dry desert. This unexpected crater formed when underground water dissolved massive gypsum deposits hidden beneath the dry sandstone. When those gypsum layers finally gave way, the ground above collapsed, creating a deep, mysterious pit in an area that shouldn't be able to support such a formation. It's like finding an iceberg in Death Alley. Geologically, it shouldn't exist, but there it is. Fact 19. Thanksgiving Arch. Tucked away in the Navajo Nation is nature's own holiday decoration, Eggshell Arch. A striking sandstone formation with some pretty good timing every fall from October to January. This pale arch puts on an incredible light show known as the Thanksgiving Glow. As the sun sets, the light hits the white stone just right, making the entire arch glow bright orange, like it's been plugged into an electrical socket. Honestly, it's enough to make you appreciate the wonders of geology. Fact 18. Meteor crater. About 50,000 years ago, a huge piece of space rock zoomed through Earth's atmosphere at about 26,000 miles per hour and crashed into what is now northern Arizona. The result, Barrier Meteor Crater, one of the best preserved impact sites on Earth. This massive crater is about a mile wide and 570 feet deep. To put that in perspective, it's nearly half a mile wider than the Grand Canyon is deep. The crater is so well preserved that NASA used it to train Apollo astronauts for their moon missions. Standing on the rim today, you're looking at a 50-year-old scar where outer space collided with our planet. Fact 17. Closed ecosystem. Fact 15. Record hailstone. From mighty dust storms to monstrous ice balls, Mother Nature clearly doesn't believe in doing anything halfway in the desert. In July 1995, the small town of Mayer, Arizona, experienced something that sounds absolutely impossible. Hailstones the size of soccer balls. We're talking about a record-breaking chunk of ice measuring 4.5 in diameter, which officially became Arizona's largest hailstone on record. This frozen monster fell during a particularly violent summer storm, proving that Arizona's weather doesn't just go big with heat and dust. Even its ice comes super-sized. Fact 14. Tornado outbreak. Here's more proof that Arizona's weather loves breaking its own rules. While most people think of Arizona as a tornado-free zone, after all, it's not part of Tornado Alley. October 6, 2010 completely shattered that assumption. On this wild day, the state was hit by 11 tornadoes, the most ever recorded in a single statewide event. Most of these twisters touched down in northern Arizona, including areas like Flagstaff, which definitely weren't expecting a visit from Dorothy and Toto. But it gets even crazier. This freak October storm didn't just bring tornadoes, it also unleashed baseball-sized hail. Apparently, Arizona decided if it was going to do tornadoes, it might as well go all out. Fact 13. No clock changes. Here's something that'll make you jealous. Arizona basically said nope to the whole daylight saving time nonsense. While the rest of the country is stumbling around twice a year trying to remember which direction to turn their clocks, almost all of Arizona just chills on Mountain Standard Time year-round. No springing forward, no falling back, no losing sleep, no confusion. The only rebels were the Navajo Nation in northeast Arizona who do observe daylight savings time. This makes Arizona one of only the states along with Hawaii that have completely opted out of this bizarre time-shifting ritual. Fact 12. Ghost Town Nothing. You really can't make this stuff up. There's actually a place called Nothing, Arizona, founded in 1977 along Highway 93. This strange settlement was essentially just a gas station and a few residents, who clearly had a sense of humor about their situation. The town even had an official sign that proudly declared it the home of nothing. Talk about truth and advertising. By 2005, Nothing had become exactly what its name suggested, completely abandoned and turned into a legitimate ghost town. So now, Nothing, Arizona is literally nothing but nothing. The irony is almost too perfect to believe. Fact 11. Sky High Range. By now, it's probably become pretty clear that Arizona rarely does anything halfway, including its elevation. This state is some of the most extreme topography in the entire country with a vertical range that'll make your head spin. At the top of the world sits Humphreys Peak near Flagstaff, towering at 12,633 feet above sea level, high enough to get snow while the desert below is baking. But here's where it gets crazy. Drive to the opposite corner of the state and you'll find the Colorado River, at the California border sitting at just 70 feet above sea level. That means Arizona has a mind-boggling vertical span of over 12,500 feet within its borders. Fact 10. Deep canyons rule. Hold up. Before you start bragging about the Grand Canyon being the deepest hole on Earth, let's pump the brakes a bit. Don't get us wrong. The Grand Canyon is rightfully famous, but at about 693 feet deep, it's not actually the world's deepest canyon. That title belongs to Tibbetts Yar Long Zonbao Canyon, which plunges a jaw-dropping 19,715 feet down, over 3 times deeper than our beloved Grand Canyon. It's a humbling reminder that while Arizona's canyons are undeniably world-renowned, Mother Nature has carved even more extreme gorges in other corners of the planet. Fact 9. Cactus Protection Law. Don't even think about messing with Arizona's saguaro cacti. The state takes protecting these desert giants so seriously they'll throw you in prison for it. These iconic cacti of the Sonoran Desert aren't just cool to look at. They can grow over 40 feet tall and live for more than 150 years. In fact, some of these cacti were already standing when the Civil War ended. Arizona has strict laws in place to protect them, making it a felony to cut down or damage a saguaro. We're talking potentially years in prison for harming one of these ancient desert monuments. Fact 8. Climate extremes. Arizona is like having a completely different climates in one state. Down in Phoenix, they've mastered the heat. This desert city holds the record for the most 100 days in a single year of any U.S. city. Triple-digit temperatures are so common here. They're like your morning coffee. But just a few hours north in Flagstaff, you'll find the complete opposite. This city has more nights with temperatures below freezing than any other city in the lower 48 states. Talk about extremes. Fact 7. First dark sky city. Flagstaff didn't just happen to have amazing night skies. They earned the title of the world's first international dark sky city through years of effort. Back in 1958, Flagstaff became the first city to impose outdoor lighting restrictions, essentially telling light pollution to buzz off. Combined with its high elevation, this dedication to keeping the skies dark has created some of the clearest views of the stars anywhere on Earth. The results are clear. Flagstaff is home to the renowned Lowell Observatory, where astronomers discovered Pluto in 1930. Fact 6. Seven Wonders Flagstaff. Just when you thought Flagstaff couldn't get any more interesting. Here's another reason it's the ultimate dream town for outdoor enthusiasts. Within roughly 80 miles of this mountain city, you'll find an absurd concentration of natural wonders. 7 national parks and monuments to be exact. We're talking about heavy hitters like the Grand Canyon, Petrified Forest, Waukee, Walnut Canyon, and Sunset Crater, just to name a few. Locals have rightfully dubbed their hometown the City of Seven Wonders because you can literally visit 7 nationally protected sites in a single day's drive. Fact 5. London Bridge lives on. Here's something that sounds too crazy to be true, but it absolutely is. Back in 1964, a chainsaw businessman named Robert McCullough was building a new town in the Arizona desert called Lake Havasu City. To make his town stand out, he did something completely wild. He bought the actual London Bridge from England. We're not talking about a replica, but the original 1830s bridge that had crossed the River Thames for over a century. McCullough had the entire bridge carefully taken apart with each stone numbered, then shipped piece by piece across the ocean. When it arrived in Arizona, it was reassembled over a specially built canal. Today, this piece of British history still stands proudly in the desert, making Lake Havasu City home to one of the world's most unexpected tourist spots.